Alright, so what's up? This is the first video I'm going to do here on Voodoo 51292. My first game review video to you guys. And this is a game that I'm going to do first because it's fresh in my mind. I just beat it over the a couple of days ago. And that game is this game right here. Whoa, if it doesn't fall out of its sleeve. Fallout New Vegas. I got the game for Christmas, and it's now January the 16th, I believe. So yeah, I've had it for a few weeks now. To be honest, I really didn't start hardcore playing the game until last week. Like all last week, I just hardcore played the game and beat it. I got completely wrapped up in it this week. Anyway, initial thoughts. For every video, I'm going to do basically pros and cons of the game. An initial reaction to the game, what I thought, then the pros, then the cons, and then I'm going to give it a rating from 1 to 10. Based on, what I think the game should be rated. So, initial thoughts. I love this game. I really enjoyed it. By the time I was finished, I've beaten two of the 4 possible endings. I've beaten it, and I'll tell you an easy way to do that later. But by the end of it, I had put in probably almost 55 hours of gameplay, and I didn't complete every quest. I did a lot, but I didn't do every single one. I did most. Yeah, I really enjoyed the game. I thought it was great. A couple notes before we go into the pros and the cons. The first thing is that I know with the internet nowadays and everything, one of these has become kind of, obsolete. But I think for this game, that one of these, which is the, let's see if I can get around here, the strategy guide for this game is absolutely 100% worth it. You can see how thick it is, and I just heard, I was watching some videos from Darkside Phil earlier, and he said that it's actually been proven that there's more words in this strategy guide than there are in the longest novel ever written in human history. This has more words. And the reason I say that this is worth it over the internet is because, listen, what I just told you about how much content is in this book, it's so nice to have the thing just sitting in print with fully detailed colored pages, pictures, diagrams. They have quest flowcharts in here that show you everything, like the whole flow of the quest. They've got the locations of every collectible item, of every companion, of every Sunset Sarsaparilla Star bottle cap. Everything, the story missions, it gives you character archetypes to try. It literally has everything imaginable in this game, in this guide. And it's $25. I said $35 earlier. It's $25. This paperback edition anyway. And it was a lifesaver in the end of the game. It's extremely thorough. It gives you, not only does it give you like the quest pass and everything, but it literally shows you like every dialogue option. It'll show you it'll show you all the ways to do the quest as well. Every option and speech challenge. So this is worth the money for this game, because if you're going around the internet, even if you go to like the wiki page or whatever, like it has stuff, but even I don't think it has everything that this has. And to have it all in one place in print without having to go to the computer next to you, it's worth it. Plus, it comes with this. Now, let me get this unfolded. This is the map of the game. I know you can't see my face, but I want to get this in. Okay? Over here on the left side, all this fine print is every single place to discover in this game. Okay? Huge map. On the back, they have two of the map. One side, it will show you all the collectibles, all the snow globe locations, and all of the star bottle cap locations and everything. And on this side, it gives you a detailed layout of each region and what factions control each region and where. This is awesome, believe me, because you're going to get aggravated looking at that map on your Pip-Boy. This is going to come in handy. And anyway, the reason I say this guy was a lifesaver, I was almost to level 30. And I was kind of ready to go beat the game. But I wanted to do all the side quests because I really wanted to get the full experience of this game. So I just went into the side quest part of here and just started going alphabetical, and every quest that I hadn't done, I just went through an alphabetical order, used it to find the quest start, then closed it and just played the quest. And got my experience up to 30, and I got my, it saved me a ton of time roaming around trying to find random quests, and I got to experience the quests, too. I just needed this to find out where to start the quest, and once I did, I just put this aside and played. So this was really useful. I'd invest in this. Alright, to the pros and cons. We're definitely going to have to split this video, but anyway, to the pros and cons. The first pro is the content. Again, as I mentioned earlier, over 50 hours of gameplay, and I did most but not all of the side quests, and again, over 50 hours using this in the end to find the start of a bunch of quests instead of roaming around. So, I could have put even more time into the game. Great side quests, great characters, great gameplay, riveting story that, takes you around the wasteland and back again. And again, 4 possible endings to the game. It's filled with interesting side quests that are, range from, 10-minute quests where you just need to talk to a couple people to a 3-hour quest where you're going all over the map finding stuff and doing all this stuff. And again, based on the length of the quest, if it's a 3-hour quest, you're going to get massive experience for it. So it's great. Content-wise, I haven't played a game like it. As far as Fallout 3, I didn't really play Fallout 3, so I can't really make a whole lot of comparisons to it. People might expect that in this video, but I didn't really play Fallout 3. I tried to play Fallout 3 and didn't like it. For whatever reason. I just didn't like Fallout 3. I love Fallout New Vegas. I know that makes no sense because the gameplay and the style of the game is pretty much exactly the same. It's just the whole atmosphere of this game and the setting of this game and the story is to me is just 1,000 times better than it was in Fallout 3. I don't know why, but even people who love Fallout 3 still tell me that they love the story and the content of this game even better. So yeah, content-wise, it's great. The other pro, this is something I kind of experienced from my little bit of time with Fallout 3, is the combat is far improved. Because VATS is still there, and VATS is still awesome, and you can blow people's heads off. It's great. But the manual combat, outside of VATS, is much better. They've added iron sights to the game, so you can, play it like an FPS and look down the sight and shoot people at a distance. If you have a pistol or if you have a machine gun that, when you VATS from a target far away, it's going to have terrible accuracy because it's a machine gun, then that's fine. You can just kneel and, manually sit there with the machine gun and kill a target far away. It's good with sniper rifles, the manual targeting. So yeah, the combat in the game is improved because of the ability to look down the gun and shoot enemies far away. You're not completely screwed if your VATS, if you don't have a high percentage in VATS. It really doesn't matter. So that's cool. That's a plus. So overall, yeah, absolute great content, you know, great combat, riveting storyline. So now everybody's wondering in their mind, well, why is this not just Game of the Year? Why am I not just sitting here telling you it's the Game of the Year? Well, the reason is the cons that I'm just about to talk about. And I'm sure anybody who's looking into this game to get it has heard these problems. And it's the big word associated with this game: bugs. Bugs and glitches galore in this game. Of every kind you can imagine. Some are understandable and you have to live with them because of the size of this game. Some are inexcusable, and Obsidian should be ashamed of themselves for releasing this game too early. I'm going to say it, the game was released too early, and Obsidian should be ashamed because they released the game way too early. So I'm going to talk about the bugs that I think are acceptable and others that are just ridiculous. The acceptable bugs, what am I talking about? Things like there's a bug that is just common. When you go to pick something up off a table, when you pick it up, the items on the table move up in the air a little bit. Fine. Your companions will sometimes get stuck on rocks, or sometimes when they're trying to climb over things, they'll like float up in the air a little bit, and then, you know, and the character movement doesn't look that great. Understandable, fine. Why are those understandable? Because the size of this game is massive, and you just can't correct every single little bug like that. It's just not going to happen. So those are understandable problems. The ones that are absolutely, well, there is one bug that is really aggravating, but it's tolerable, and that's getting stuck in rocks. It happens all the time. If there's a place on top of a mountain that you want to get to, you better believe the game has in it a path it wants you to follow to that place. If you try to climb up the side of a mountain to it instead of finding the path, chances are you're going to go into a rock somewhere along the way and you will be stuck. If you go into a rock, you can't get out of the rock. I mean, literally, you're in the rock, you look around you and you see rock around you, but you can't leave. You're stuck in that rock. You either have to reload or you have to fast travel. Now, that's pretty annoying, and it's something maybe that's understandable. It's aggravating, but it's tolerable. Why? Because you don't have to turn the whole system off. It doesn't completely screw you over in the game. You just have to reload or fast travel away and try again. Fine. That's really not that bad. But some of them in the game are absolutely ridiculous. And I don't understand how Obsidian completely left these glitches in there. Anyway, I'll talk a little bit more about them in the next video. We're going to have to cut it. But in the next video, I'll expound more on the bug problem.